Hello, we are Group 23, and this will be our demonstration for the completion of the project of biometric liveliness and its detection. So basically for that, we have an app created, and I would like Lokeshwari to share a screen so we can see the signal. So Lokeshwari, can you go ahead? Yeah, as we can see, she'll click on that. Fine. So we can see that an input the server is started and it's being connected to the Python server which Sai is running. So before sending input.mat, I would like Sai to be ready to share the screen. Can you click on input.mat? Yeah, we can see that the input signal is being sent. Sai, can you share your screen and show the Python server?
So this is the Python server, the Flash server in the backend. And as you can see, we have received a request and we have received the input file. And basically we have written the code in such a way that once the classification is done of this input file, we should have the output of our code populated here, the classification results of all the models. So it will take a few seconds.
Can explain.
So in the meanwhile, I'll just explain the flow of the code. So once the server receives the input.mat file, it will send it to this model call where we have preloaded all our trained models, the SVM, the MLP, and the K-means model. And it will call the feature extractor, and then it will try to classify the model. And yes, as you can see, the classification is done and all the results of this classification are populated here. And this is a real brain signal. So our desired output should be 1, which is true. I'll just open one of these files. As you can see, the output is 1. And I'll just go back to the server. And the server should be sending the post request here. And it should now, I'll have Lokeshwari share the screen so she can show the output on the app.
We can see that the current input signal which was received was true, and currently, and we have presented it out as a tick mark. So now we'll try to send the fake mat. So the fake mat would be an input sample which is in our code base given as input sample, and which will be a fake detection and which might just be doing that. So we'll be clicking on the fake mat right now. So we can see that the input, the fake matrix is being sent. So yeah, meanwhile, can I share your screen?
Yeah, so the fake signal, which is input sample.mat, we have just received in the backend. And I've just deleted the older files so that we can see the population of the new classification here.
Meanwhile, we are waiting for the input. We can see the ensemble model here. So it goes through the same input matrix where the sample input is there. We'll be having different models and features running through, and a cumulative sum of prediction would be given as 0. For the previous input, we can see that the input mat here, was the result was 1. For this one, the sample input sample result, which is the attack vector, and this classification result is 0. So if for this, we like to share, Loki could share the screen again so that to show that the output here, depending on the toast message. Yeah, let's go through, and the Java server will be listening there. Yeah, we could see that the input message was being shown as a cross, and that output is that the current attack vector was fake, which we could have seen from the classification results, which we are sharing alongside. And so basically, we have taken a combination of the classifications, and that classification would be taking the top most dominant features and models, and depending on that, whatever our ensemble is, we are predicting whether the signal is pass or fail. Because our independent accuracies are quite high and above 90% for most of them, that's why we are getting an averaged out version of being true or true positives depending on this. So we have also shared all the results as part of FAR scores, F1 scores, and the HEET scores, and the other parts. So we have reported that in our group project report, which we have also attached with it. So I guess that would be it, and thank you for listening to us. I'll stop the recording right